Okay, so I wanted to do a video because I did notice that there were earthquakes in Utah. 5.7. Oh, okay. 5.7. I'm trying to balance it. Balance the pi and the Lindor and problem, though still with what, yeah. So, okay. Watching for bulls or anything like that. Okay, so the thing that I wanted to talk about was not even though it came from maybe a lot of other things, but I just wanted to say that because of these earthquakes, and there was one, like, I called my dad who lived in Idaho. It said there was a 6.4 there. I think he should have felt that. He said it was at maybe in the morning time. He said like 6 a.m. That's what he thought. And that 2 weeks ago there was an earthquake that they felt from Utah. And of course it was a 5.7. Now, I reminded him about getting maybe earplugs. There's a freaking one out there that says that they felt it in Washington. This coronavirus might have something to do with Yellowstone. Okay, so I met Joe, and Joe is like, you can get Joe Hoash, you can get Joe something when some things like this come up. I also talked to my actual dad, though, about getting, because I remembered that a long time ago they put, like, nuclear waste material in Yucca Mountain, and that ironically, if you were worried about getting radiation, guess what we would do? It's not just like eat a banana. Like my ex, I mean, I love Fernando everything, but it's potassium iodine, and I had to learn this all on my own. Potassium iodine, which really soaks more into your body, absorbs it, is something that protects you from radiation poisoning, which you might need. This extra masks and stuff like that, well, I'm thinking something to do with Yellowstone. And this is just really honestly, I'm not trying to be like there's all these problems in the US where it goes to the mom, the father, and everything. And then I meet someone almost who's like had the ice baby, plus they're almost like sort of, like when you watch The Big Bang Theory, it's not the alien head that Joshua had. And I know his paranoia, but his paranoia is not making it any better. So I don't fight with him. I don't talk to him about it or anything like that. It's not the same thing. Okay? It is definitely probably something to do with volcanism. Makes sense of why they would talk about moving people from, that they might have to learn how to move people from hospitals. And I thought the hospitals kind of wasted, because you start to get freaky, right? Like freaky inside your mind if something like that is going to happen. Possibly. Now, I might be wrong, but it sounds like they're like more than a hurricane could do besides destroying everybody's houses. And then they're like, well, what do we do now? But some of them are natural, but I'm just saying, yeah. Plus, there was one, I was in the cradle one that didn't kill anybody, and it was actually large in Mexico. I was visiting there. But then afterwards, I think they had some one that was a little more deadlier, and I think it actually was kind of smaller, but it was a thumper. But the cradle one just kind of rocked like this and didn't actually like this is violent, but it wasn't that violent. It was just more it was not very violent. And there's some of them that are just, even if they're short, because that one was long, can do a lot of damage. And I just wanted to say, it's like that's why I like wood houses. I don't know why. Like, and I don't like really, really tall buildings. I mean, I understand that they have good architecture and they're really good at architecture. Some of these fabulous people around the world like architecture and stuff like that. But when this paranoia, maybe it's coming off of something like that, you know, um, potassium iodine, making bottles with clean dirt now, stock it with clean dirt so you can filter your water. What else can I say? Oil oregano is so good if you have a gum, if you want to numb your face or numb, it's a little less numbing on the outside of the body, but like the gums, everything, if you were going to pull your own tooth or if you're going to administer it to a kid who's getting new teeth in, all natural and very strong, especially when it's 100% oregano oil. It's so strong. It's unbelievably strong. I would never think, like, people were like, tea, 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 and I'm like, strong. Okay, anyways, okay, so, all right, I'm gonna post that and, gather some of your grain. If you feel like it's cancer or stomachal, sometimes my Uncle Steve said, you just take a little swish of hydrogen peroxide. It's also good for wounds, because the cancer one was probably started by a dog. Hydrogen peroxide. Okay.